What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review, and today a new Chinese tech dropped. This is a reroll comp around Aphelios carry, which is really not one that is seeing a lot of play right now. You know, the Aphelios Scion comp existed earlier on in the set, but people have kind of realized that you can roll for Aphelios 3, you can roll for Bard 3, and then you can do this Neeko 3 thing, which unlocks Nidalee as well. We're seeing this also in Echo reroll, and so this is kind of a little bit of a variation on that, except you play for the Bard, which you don't play in Echo reroll, you play for the Neeko, and then this allows you to just fit other good stuff on your board. Right now we just have this Loris plus the Xinjiao on the board, but I think, you know, it's quite flexible outside of this main core of Aphelios, Bard, Neeko, unlock the Nidalee, play Vi, and then play +1s on this board. So reportedly, Light YGO has been popping off with this comp on the Chinese server at 2K LP. He's been kind of spamming this comp, and so I wanted to do a VOD review on it. The only downside is that Light YGO does not stream in such a way where I can find his VODs as an NA person. I tried looking through his VODs and could not find too many of them. I found one, but he did not have a game of him playing this comp. So we're gonna do the next best thing. We are going to VOD review a game from Meta TFT's VOD library where somebody else ended up playing this line, so that we can just get a sense for, okay, how strong actually is it? And the nice thing about the VOD library, talked about it before, but I can, you know, jump around, see everybody's POVs. It's very fun here. We can see Ionia. The XP one, it's very, very solid here. But yeah, we're watching this player named Hinako. This person is just a solid challenger player right now. Not, you know, the most crazy high elo player of all time, but hey, they ended up in a spot to play this comp, and I really am just curious to see how it goes, how they end up piloting it, and how strong it looks compared to the rest of the meta here. Because, I mean, if this is another 2-cost reroll line that exists, I mean, this is great news for anybody who likes playing reroll or just likes playing kind of uncontested TFT, because the only thing that would be contested in this line is the Neeko. Crafted Crafting is a pretty decent take in a spot like this. Give you the free rerolls here. Already have the 4 here, and then you know, the 6 by here, and then probably about 8 by here. And I think the other 2 are pretty mediocre options. That's what I would be looking at in this spot here. And he agrees. I mean, I still feel pretty good about just grabbing the Crafted Crafting here. I mean, I think both of these options are fine as well, but I don't really like more components when we already have these. And yeah, we do have to take Crafted Crafting here. It's just solid enough econ in this spot. So I will say we are probably not, and as far as, yeah, I mean, I think EMP's solid enough. Maybe there, nah, I don't think so. I was gonna say maybe you can take the healing and shielding one, just because, you know, it's not bad in a world where you're playing around this kind of stuff, but nah, it's probably not it. Pop this anvil here, find the bow, and so we are actually going to take sword and make IE here. It's kind of interesting. I'm curious at what point this player does decide to play this line, because we do have the Crafted Crafting here, which is going to allow us to roll down and get Bard really, really easily, especially if we do make another slam here in the vow. Also, I realize I'm not 2x speed. There you go. So we make the IE here. I feel like it's pretty reasonable to chill for 2 more rounds, and then at 2-3 we can make this vow here and then just roll for Bard for free. That's what I'd be looking at here. Ooh, we up to level here and use these rerolls. Wow, the really early level, honestly. I'm a bit surprised by this, but we did win the first fight, and so he's saying, you know what, there's actually a world here where if I roll down, unlock stuff like Bard, maybe I can actually keep my streak a little bit. And he did end up making the vow like we talked about there. The important thing is roll on 4, right? You obviously don't want to be rolling on 3 for a comp like this. We actually end up rotating into somebody who giga early leveled to level 5, which is pretty rough. And, you know, this is low-key probably a limit test from this player. I don't know if they know how strong or weak this comp is, but it is kind of crazy because, I mean, we just passed up a Twisted Fate, right? We could just play a Twisted Fate game, but I think this player is probably adventurous, wants to test out this reroll comp. And hey, I mean, I thank you, Hinako, for doing this, or else we wouldn't have a VOD to watch on this comp. So that's, I mean, it's pretty nice to see. I will say, in terms of spot, doesn't look great. We're on win to loss here. We did go for that early level. I imagine we would like to just take the Kraken here. Seems like one of the most important items onto Aphelios, which is kind of interesting. I'm actually down. Let's do a quick stats check on this. All right, so this is Aphelios 3 items. Yeah, I mean, the Guinsoo Kraken IE build looks very solid. Guinsoo Kraken GS build, I mean, it does seem like Kraken is quite core, and if you look at the stats, it looks really, really nice here. I will say as well, if you guys haven't seen this website before, TFT Table, this is quickly becoming one of my favorite TFT stats websites. And if you scroll down to Aphelios in this comp, you can see it states that Gwinsu's Rage Blade is super core, and then Kraken, IE, both look very nice. I really like how they break this out in terms of necessity, how much the average placement drops when an item is missing. So according to TFT Table, Gwinsu is really core in Aphelios, and then both the Kraken and the IE quite core as well here. So we end up making the Gwinsu here, or we end up making the Kraken here, right? Or at least taking the Kraken, but I imagine we will end up making it here in this spot. I would think so, because we went out of our way to grab it. And because it'll give us some more free rerolls that we can just sit on. I mean, you could burn them right now. You probably chill though. Probably chill until level 6 and then use a lot of these rerolls is the dream here. But yeah, I mean, we've gotten a lot of good value out of this crafting here. Already 6 rerolls and then a few more to come by. I think just, I mean, you guys played in the super Bard patch where Bard was just completely broken, and it's not quite that these days, but it is still pretty good. Man, this is what happens when you hard force a comp, is you just get so many spots to play other stuff. Because like we just have like a dream spot to play the Yunara here, but you know what? I say hold the line, sell the Yunara. Yep, we know exactly. We are hard forcing, hard testing this comp. Okay, I'm so down for this, just to get a real sense for like how good actually is this comp. So yeah, I'm very excited to see how it ends up going here. Because yeah, I mean the spot looks not even great, honestly. 4 loss here, not even a 5 loss. Saved a little bit of HP, I guess. We have 2 Neekos, 2 Vi's, 0 Aphelioses, and the 1 Bard that we unlocked. Yeah, I mean, if you had to if you ask me right now what our AVP from this spot is, I would say like 5 or 6, honestly. So we'll see. We at least get the Vi 2 there. We get probably, I mean, the stats really liked the GS. I feel like I would just make a red buff here to guarantee this. Also, ain't no way we are doing this. There's no way. I don't know which one we picked, but like there's no way we're gonna do this, right? Lose 4 player combats. I mean, seems like absolute madness. I guess the idea is you could fit it in while you roll, but I can't imagine that we are gonna actively play around Ishtal here. Next dog, second win on a roll lineup. Second win sounds really good in a spot like this. I think on a roll is just too much econ in a spot like this, and lineup I just don't think is that great in general here. So we'll see what this player. What the heck is this? I don't need no overlay, Overwolf. What are we doing here? All right, let's. Man, he's really thinking about this one, but yeah, it does roll this. Oh, takes the on a roll here. I know this augment's broken. I don't know. I feel like it's a bit much in terms of econ. Wow, we're actually just going to really optimize for rolls and not for HP. I will say this play does make me a little bit scared. Red buff is definitely a solid slam here, but I feel like we may be getting lost in the Ishtal sauce a little bit here. We are going to take a fantastic. It is a loss, right? Yeah. Okay, we are going to take a fantastic loss here, which is really nice from this Ishtal perspective. So I guess we are going to greed that 4 loss, take the 225 cash out here. We are rolling, and you are able to roll here, but the problem is, okay, honestly, after watching the Wei-Jin Iverson VOD from yesterday, I feel like the way he plays Ishtal is so much better, because like we're forcing ourselves to loss streak in a spot like this, which just doesn't feel good. You know, we could be making that Neeko 2 now playing strong in sports, saving HP. Instead, we're playing for this random 4 loss here. Oh, I mean, I guess you have to. It's really annoying, actually, to make that Aphelios, because we didn't field him, so we didn't actually get the on a roll rolls for it. All right. This open here, I think, yeah, you are forced to take Neeko with belt. The question is, are we just going to make a Stair Axe here? Because we have so many damage items built at this point. I mean, you could even just reforge the sword, honestly. I think that's pretty reasonable here. But okay, a ton of refreshes at this point still are going to feel the Aphelios here. You can just make that Kiana for free refreshes, right? I don't know why you wouldn't here. Also, the spectator mode's glitching out a little bit here. We do end up making Stair Axe as just a tank item, and then going to move the items over to Aphelios here. Did also field the Alawi, really smart stuff there with the extra Alawi and shop here. We can field the Alawi and then get the free rerolls when she combines at the start of combat. That is what on a roll is good at. I mean, there's our 4 losses, so I think we take our cash out here and then just try to spike the board. Oh my god, he's going to take the reroll ones for 90 shards here. I mean, okay. I mean, the nice thing is that you don't lose too much on this board, though I would say this Alawi probably, yep, must come off the board here, and we can do this. Okay, we can play it maybe for one more round. We did just get another 90, and this is going to put us over 300, which is not bad. And oh my god, it would be a dream if we could win this fight, but we're fighting TF3. We do still win. All right, okay. I was not familiar with your game, Hanako. All right, we take this dub here. Okay, certainly can't lose 4-player comments. We could take Neeko Survives if we really want to, but yeah, I don't actually mind taking a small cash out like this. Let's actually talk about the low cash outs here, because I think it's quite important. So when you are playing Reroll, you don't actually mind taking some of these lower cash outs, especially stuff like a 200 cash that can give you like double dupes and things like that. I mean, even this like 80 cash here that can give you a dupe is not bad. So that's something that you can look at as you get, 350, more like 350 plus, you start to get the really juicy ones. This is what we cashed out, right? 14 gold and 3 4 costs, which is honestly probably the worst one here because we don't need any 4 costs in this spot here. But yeah, the lower cash outs, especially something like a 200, is totally reasonable. I mean, even a 300 cashing out anvils, especially the artifact, would be really, really nice in a spot like this. So something to think about. I think this 250 cash out would be pretty devastating to get the spatter pan, which wouldn't really do anything. But yeah, I think 200s actually. Like TG would be great here. Components would be great here. Dupes would be great here. I think 200 is a very easy level of cash out to aim for in a spot like this. But yeah, we're going to continue to roll down here. Look to see if we can find some upgrades. Oh my god, Prismatic Orb. That better not be Econ here. Oh, okay, it's the Priz Orb that has like little orbs inside of it, and so he's gonna opt to just roll down deep here. We do hit the Violet 3 here, which is big. Orb. We get all of our units. What is this, like tiny and mighty on this board here? Let me actually, I think there's a prismatic loot table. Yeah, oh my god, I've never actually I've never hit this one in a game, but we actually got the 1% Prismatic Orb Mittens effect on our board. That is actually crazy. Wow, so does that mean, because Mittens is not only just the shrink and AS and stuff like that. Do you also get the immunity to chill, burn, and wound? Is that real for our entire board? I mean, it seems like the answer is yes. Like I said, I've never had this in one of my games. If so, it sounds kind of insane for like melee carries like this. All right, last AUG here. So this is our board at this point. We have a TG already. I don't know that Band of Thieves. I mean, you still have a lot of... You really just have the Nidalee and the Bard left to itemize here with Band of Thieves. That would be the upside to it. I do find both of these pretty bad. We're kind of done with items. I'd rather just have like generically good combat here. I think worst case we can take Band of Thieves. Hold the Line's interesting. I don't really think you can take it. Yeah, I think Band of Thieves is much better here. Just because a lot of, you have Vi as like a melee carry on this board. You have the Nidalee as a melee carry, so it's just kind of awkward to play here. We are going to level up here, get that Piltover in here, get the 3 Ishtal back in here. Okay, yeah, I was like, that seems a bit much. And this is our spot here. Still with a ton of rerolls left. And the Nidalee becomes itemized. So now... we have hit the board. Now we can start doing Aphelios things, Nidalee things, and we can also just see how strong is this board truly. Even from double Econ augment setup, double Econ, at least we have the 1 combat augment here. Bard also portals in a Bard, which is really nice. Okay, not feeling too bad about that. Opt to play the Swain here. So you guys saw on the team planner, they had Xin Zhao on the board, which sounds like absolute madness to me. I guess you could go for him 3-star, but I think that seems terrible, honestly. I think I like the version that we're playing a lot better. You can get even just random Swain on this board as just a decent enough front line, and then just add, I mean, you have the Tariq as a decent +1 down the line. We have also stuff like Skarner, if you can unlock him, would be really nice for playing Ishtal, but we do not have him unlocked, sadly enough here. Going to Carousel here, and we're actually thinking really hard about this. Just going to end up taking another glove here. I mean, we're done with most of our items, right? We have Heal Cut made. Don't really need Armor Shred in this comp because you have Aphelios already. MR Shred is probably not bad considering your damage output. You have the Nidalee and in the Bard, though we're not even Bard 3 at this point. Wow, this is a really aggro level to 8 here. Just saying, you know what, I want to burn, I want to use my rolls here. So, okay, we will just roll it down in this spot here. Okay, so this is the board. We're fighting actually a very strong, we're fighting a very strong board with Sona 3 on it, with Lux as well. It's actually a really close fight that I think we are going to end up losing. But honestly, I would not... I would not feel too bad about losing to that Shork player there. The board is very, very good. And we just get our extra TG there. So honestly, I mean, it's looking pretty good here. We'll see how it does. Because, yeah, I mean, this board looks pretty nutty. And then as the Coronation as well, a lot of good stuff fit on that board. All right. Rotate into a bilge board with a lot of one-star bilge units. We actually moved Aphelios up there, if you saw, so that we could try to dodge the Fizz. So anti-Fizz positioning, very nice. Beat a level 9 board with a lot of one-stars, though. So honestly, I think if we had lost to that board, we could just say that this comp low-key sucks. Nidalee 2, big here. Ant's going to have some refreshes. And Tarek 2, huge here. Okay. The board just got way stronger. I guess, by the way, you could probably cap out with something like a Seraphine Azir. Is the best Piltover to end up playing on this board here. Don't see any way we can fit like long shot and stuff like that. I mean, imagine we just use our free rolls here. We have other stuff to find, and yep, the rolls keep on rolling. There is the Azir, so I guess he would have to cut something pretty decent on this board. Last items here. I mean, I see Vow, but then you're forced to make Guard Breaker. Looks like we're just gonna make Sunfire and another. The Sunfire is not great. I was thinking maybe Vow, move Red Buff, and then Guardbreaker the Aphelios, but then I don't really know who Red Buff would move to. I guess the Seraphine or Azir if we end up playing it. We do actually lose to, oh, this is a Yasuo Yone reroll board. Yeah, with everything 2-star. The fact that they hit all their 4-cost 2-star as well there is pretty insane. But okay. We are at the mercy of Mortdog's rolls on these. We also do need to roll down and pick up that Bard 3. There is Bard. Honestly, I would just use... we're 1 life here. I'd use the rest of my rolls here to see if we can hit Swain too. But a little bit more adventurous than I actually going for this here. And going for the anti-Fizz positioning here just to try to... Ooh, but this actually gets us Skarner into Thresh hooked. Oh my god, Aphelios is on the front line. Can the rest of our board lock in, though? They can. All right, I want to check damage here, actually. Yeah, 5k from Bard. The nice thing in this comp is you're playing for 4 3-stars here. It's a lot of extra doots for Bard, right? Can I hover this? Yeah, he has 10 meeps that he is shooting out there. And wait, we got low-key lucky gloves here. Rolled JG, Death Cap here, Adaptive, plus the JG is not that great on the Tarek, but yeah, we move everything up, which makes our Aphelios get targeted. Okay, I don't know if this is necessarily BIS positioning. I think we're... Oh my god, our Aphelios is in the TK's mouth, but is the board tanky enough? Oh my god, the Bard does enough work. We still win. This was some whiz positioning, I will say, but we end up actually locking in and winning the fight there. Okay. Carousel here. I actually was trying to reposition my thingy, so I didn't see what we ended up taking here. So I guess we'll see when we jump onto... Oh, we just take the Vow. Okay, yeah, I mean, perfect here. Really, really nice for the Swain. And we do it the Swain too, which is huge. He can hold the Sunfire. And the board is looking nice. He's going to juggle the TGs. Very nice. We have 4 removers this late into the game. And so anytime, especially on 1 life, that you can spend some removers here to juggle TGs to potentially win, this is huge. This is a pretty strong bilge board, I will say. My god, actually, everything 2-starred. Has a Kindred 2 with a Gunslinger emblem. And they kind of melt. Wait a minute. This comp might have some sauce. The Aphelios is doing great work. The Nidalee is a really nice duo carry with all this kind of stuff. Yeah. I'm kind of loving it. It's doing even better than I mean, that bilge board we actually just totally cleared, and that board, you know, does not suck. All of the stuff 2-star here, bilge items made. All right, let's go back to our hero here. We rotate into the Demacia board again here. We've gotten a lot stronger since the last time we fought them, and Aphelios does walk up and aggro onto the back line. We beat a Demacia board as well. Is this comp broken? Wait a minute. It actually is nutty. It's interesting. Like, this is not a comp I would have thought of. It's not that intuitive of like why it works, because you're playing these kind of like AP carries that are pairing up with Aphelios, who's armor shredding. At least Vi is doing physical damage with the Aphelios. Yeah, it's not that intuitive to me why it would work so well, but I'm being blown away by how strong this board is. And yeah, we can push 9 here. Maybe even field another Nidalee 2. Oh, we're not going to go 9. We're actually going to roll for Loris 3 here. Bleh. I don't really love this play. Not much to hit here. We do hit another Nidalee 2, but who cares? I mean, it's not like we're hitting Nidalee 3 here. I guess we do have this duplicator. Oh, was that actually... We just got this dupe, right? So we're saying we're going to go for Nidalee 3. Okay, well... I mean, maybe we can. It's still a bit far, and we do. Oh, we now just take a loss. Well, I guess good at least that we tried to go for it. So solid top 4. What did we lose to in the end here? The Chonk board. Yeah, that board actually looks insane. Has the TK too. All right, honestly, for one of these reroll boards, not even like I think a very respectable performance from this. This is like about what you would expect out of something like Echo reroll and things like that. So honestly, yeah, I feel like this is a real comp after watching this game. I like the Aphelios itemization. We used red buff as kind of like a replacement for Quincy's Kraken really good, and then the IE quite solid. And then we just play for everything else, itemize the Nidalee, and bada bing, bada boom, we're good. So yeah, let me know if you guys play this comp, how your games go. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch, my Metafy, and all my links down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.